Hello, dreamers. How are you all doing tonight? Welcome in, make yourself comfortable. Your faithful dream guide is here to make sure that you have a wonderful, restful drift away. Y'all were literally waiting for the moment I showed up. You know, I try to start things off low-key, and all of a sudden, I feel like I gotta channel Whiskey Dingo for a second. Where, Whiskey is a very, I think at least I get the head pats for the collar. Trying to show up like, hello everyone, welcome, come on in, make yourself comfortable, this is the lounge, this is a place to chill. Then all of a sudden I get collared and just change like, okay, who fucking slapped the collar on me? Who put the collar on me? I know you guys are waiting to do that. I know you're waiting to do that. Who put the collar on me? All of a sudden, it's like now I feel like I can't get Whiskey's cadence of that when he'll get something like cream pied. Oh, man. Well, anyway, slipping out of my collar. I'll put that back on for you. Hi, y'all. What is going on tonight? Y'all chilled out? Y'all had a good weekend? Y'all just enjoying some nice, quiet vibes? We're gonna have a little fun. Probably be chatting for a bit as always. And then I've been wanting to check out a new demo that I'd gotten. I don't know if any of you have seen the game Trees Hate You, which just looks like a hilarious rage game that I think I want to jump into. What's a weekend? Spoken like true Gen Z. What is a weekend? Who rests? Everyone must grind. Everyone must work. Everyone must commit to the 996 and so on and so forth. No, I'm not here to depress y'all. Busted your ankle ouchies. Are you able to at least still... that is rough. Are you able to at least still kind of play with your pup and hang out and things, or are you pretty much grounded and bedridden, wing zero? Next weekend turned 23. Well, happy early birthday to you. I know, I'm just trying to be a good host, and everyone immediately sees me. And, of course, the moment they see the color redeem, they're like, clunk! Mine. You're my host. I'm going to claim you before anyone else can. I like you to do a reverse Uno card and then be like a Japanese host going, all right, well, if I am yours, are you going to pay for a $100 bottle of Dom Perignon champagne, maybe? Oh, man. It's good to see you all. I hope you've been doing well. I hope all of you have been having a fun time, enjoying yourselves, just enjoying every adventure you might be on. Anything fun you guys have gotten going on? Any plans? Any creativity? I know I've seen a lot of y'all. I always want to be lurker friendly. And I know some of y'all who do stream, having seen some art, having lurked in a few games. And I know some of y'all have gotten some other projects going on as well. I know I always love seeing anytime you guys are working on art, whether fan art, original art, whatever it might happen to be. It's like reverse parasocial behavior. I'm just watching everyone's art and then just loving it and in awe of it. Seeing the new Michael Jackson movie. Hee hee. Man, talk about still an icon of pop music. Oh, Michael Jackson. It's a pity we lost him in the world at the time that we did. But man, what an impact he left with his legacy. Might be turning a certain VTuber into a cube. Oh, really? Well, not to give anything away, Dexter, but I know. I saw your status. Smiles big and wide. Teehee Tomodachi Life. Oh my god, so I know, Blue Rose, you've been doing Tomodachi Life, and so you've been having fun with all the various shipping and chaos that happens. Man, Tomodachi Life is so unhinged. I'm kind of amazed that Nintendo has not tried to clamp down on this game, because some of the scenarios I've seen come out of it, some of the screenshots, they're throwing it out there in the wild and just going, have fun, enjoy yourselves. You gave us the $70 or however much it costs to get that game, and they're just like, cool, yeah, it's good. Oh, I'm gonna slip out of my collar now. Tomodachi Life and Art. 60. Weird question from Angel. Do I prefer to be called Kuya or Tito? I feel like in my case, probably... Oh, that's a tough one. I feel like I would lean towards Kuya, but I would answer to either. All of a sudden, it's like asking someone, are you comfortable with Unk? Do you accept Unk? Are you willing to be an Unk? I was even somewhere and kind of flipping things where someone had visited and they decided they wanted to watch a movie and they put on Crazy Rich Asians. So hearing how in a lot of Far Eastern cultures, how you have the aunties or aunties, depending on how you pronounce it. And speaking of your pup that you asked about, he said hi by licking you in the face. Oh, good boy. Such a good pup. He's such a good big pup. Oh, so cute. Yes, so cute. Yesterday you were playing and your man and you had a kid. Ah, yes. The cycle of life in Tomodachi Life. Begetting a new generation, hoping that they grow up to live a happy life in all of their text-to-speech goodness. I appreciate the choice that they made where you did get a tail in Tomodachi Life. Oh, really? I know, I've visited a few of y'all in your Tomodachi Islands. And I've seen some of the chaos that's happened, like all of a sudden we were about to get, oh, thank you, Wing Zero. Yee. We were about to get a BL episode between me and Jay, which I'm just going, this is kind of awkward. I mean, it's like my VTuber Papa styling me before heading out the door. I'm going, is this awkward? Is this funny? How do we play this? Oh man, it is so silly seeing the combos of just everyone enjoying what's going on in Tomodachi Life. I was trying to think about something else as well, because I have some friends who have also really gotten back into The Sims, who will probably show up knowing their usual sleep hours. Glances in the direction of La France. Wanna be safe about it, but so funny. I know. You know what? Embrace the chaos. If I have any personal boundaries, I think, as I know I mentioned in one thing, it's just, hey, if there is a stable relationship in one form or another, just make sure that your me version of me is not trying to weasel my way into that relationship. That is the one thing I will ask, you know, in the post Psychono exposed world, you know, respect boundaries. Welcome, dreamer. Hello, Parker. How you be tonight? Not... Come on in. Indeed, this is a dragon boy. A very large dragon boy. Can I throw you across the screen? Maybe I can. You know, I've actually been thinking about turning that into... this is Star. You know what? I get you Star. I'm going to throw you across the screen first. Doing some of the uppies. I think I might even turn that into a redeem sometime. But yes, welcome, Parker, and thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well tonight. Doing well. All is good. I feel like I have a cheeky comment, but not right now. Smiles big and wide. Yeet! Let's see. Aussie, there you are. Working on your scripts, how your night goes. I know, always appreciating that late night creativity, making sure everything is ready to go for all the stuff you got coming up. Heard your name? Yes, I yeeted you, Star. you heard right, like, wait, what's going on? All of a sudden perks up as I'm just flying him across the screen like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this. Bye! Yeet. But all just enjoying a little late night chill time. I've been trying to think of some new things I can do with y'all. I know since we've been doing a lot of chatting stuff. Been trying to think of some games to get into. I miss when we were doing W Place Where's Waldo, which would be fun to go back and do that. Although I will say, oh boy, I get a little frustrated sometimes because people figured out, of course, how to exploit WPlace where they can just like throw stuff up that's just uploaded images. And I go, there's no fun in that. You need to be able to actually create the pixel art so you can see the stuff that people are creating organically. I don't want to see an uploaded image that you got a bot, a clanker, to put up. Cat is liquid. Interesting. Cat is liquid. I'm seeing that on the YouTube side. Cat is liquid. I mean, it's not a false statement. Crimson Desert. I feel like I should know Crimson Desert. I feel like I've heard that mentioned. Cat is liquid is a cool game. A Light in the Shadows. Interesting. What is this? Huh. That might be the wrong game. Cats are... I feel like I have to find this game because I'm not sure. I see Cats Are Liquid series. Okay, fair enough. In Crimson Desert, I know, play Slay the Princess. I've thought about it. And even someone I know from another life did the shaders on Slay the Princess. And she did amazing work as the graphics programmer in that game. Because, fun little secret, secret with big quotation fingers. Slay the Princess is a Ren'Py game. And Ren'Py is a great game engine for developing visual novels. So, makes it very easy to plug in and play various things. But because of the way that it is made, things like shaders where you can manipulate various graphical elements, they're not native to Ren'Py. So this one graphics programmer who worked on it, she was basically hired to give the game its trippier elements that are normally doable in things like Unity, things like Unreal Engine, but manipulating Ren'Py to get all of these shaders in there. So, working some black magic, making something work that should not work under normal circumstances. Finished designing the dress in Tomodachi. Oh no, it's a Bowsette dress. Oh no, someone's gonna get super crowned. Someone is gonna get super crowned, and knowing me, it's probably me. Be well, Zoe, take care. Have to see that. Oh god, the Bowsette dress. The Bowsette dress always comes back. Everyone has been... Am I gonna need a costume change at some point? Jay, I know you're probably not horizontal. Everyone wants me to have another outfit. I think I need to have my dress back. Since I did once end up in the Bowsette dress. Even made merch of the Bowsette dress. But... not gonna lie, I just wish I had a little more room in the chest. Because the one thing that is a bit tough about the Bowsette dress is, unfortunately, the seams rip very easily. Was that dress already resized? Yes, and then I grew even bigger. Oh man, it's like every time that someone tailors the Bowsette dress, it's like, son of a bitch, the dragon got even bigger. Well, heck. Can we, size him down for once? But I mean, also, in fairness, for anyone who's seen the many variations of Bowsette. Muscle mommy? Yeah. I remember back when that happened, it's hard to believe that I think the Bowsette joke is 8 years old at this point. Dress me up as Leon Kennedy. Give me a reason to call me Daddy Leon. Leon is a fun character, but I'm also a little fearful of that because, of course, every VTuber, the moment that Resident Evil Requiem came out, they just all line up one right after another, putting themselves right next to Leon Kennedy and going, just spanking the man mercilessly. Because, and Resident Evil is one of those funny games that flips the paradigm on its head of, somehow it seems like it's the men who get objectified more. Minus Lady Dimitrescu, of course. So, Everyone sees Leon Kennedy, and of course, now that he's aged up from 20-something to, I think, like 51, everyone goes, oh, he's so damaged. He's still a dork. But now he's old, he's weathered, he's damaged, he's baby girl. I heard you. Indeed. Yes, Magnus, you were one of the ones who was doing that. When everyone just lined up for the Leon Kennedy meme, and it's just, all right, come on. Hope your cheeks are ready, man, because spank, spank, spank. Oh, boy. Saw a video that Leon's new design was made by women. That would not surprise me. Best $100 you ever spent. $100. Oh, Capcom. I know these games are amazing, but phew. At least, you know, they are putting the effort into it. $100. Yikes. Oh my god. To think once upon a lifetime ago, back when the original Resident Evil was released, making the video a subscription alert for your stream. Perfect. Just all of a sudden you get a new subscriber. Put me back in the collar. Can't believe y'all. I can't believe you all objectifying men like this. Shamelessly objectifying men. Scandalous. Scandalous. Why would you ever do that? Good boy. Oh my. But I suppose it's on me then to entertain you all, give you everything that you want. Or being like the Ren Fair, where most of you have probably seen the video by this point, of a jester in a suspicious black and purple outfit the dude just getting completely slapped across the head by a noblewoman who was very displeased with his performance. And then they call in Pomni. Somehow just Pomni is right there to step in. We go from Jevil to Pomni. And the noblewoman at least appears to be entertained. But would never objectify me, slaps a collar on me and calls me a good boy. I don't know if I believe that. I think you might need to do that again. Whoa! Hi, Azrael. Good morning. How you be tonight? Thank you very much for the bits, by the way. Where are you, Azrael? There is that. Nope, that is Blue Rose. Let's see. Neku, you got the fox mask. Where are you at? Which, anyway, hey, Neku. Yeah, I was lurking in your stream a bit earlier today as you were doing art. Oh, man. Sometimes it's fun just to lurk and jump around, seeing what everyone is doing. I know I love art streams in particular. So any of y'all, the moment you start working on art, chances are I probably will find my way over. We got a lot of artists in here tonight. I know we got Magnus. I do see Neku in there. Blue Rose, you do art. Max, you do art. I was going to say, I don't think you two stream art, but I know you do it. I know Lorelei does some art streams as well. We got a lot of good artists. I know we have at least one writer in here. We've got 3D modelers. I love seeing what everyone does. All creation, all fun. Yeet. Greetings! How are you doing today? I'm doing well, seeing the message as it was. Never watched The Amazing Digital Circus. Existential Dread. Oh, and Sin. I also forgot Sin. In fact, Sin, you dropped a new piece today, I believe. If my feed was correct. A different view of one of your boys. Artists are drawn to the big dragon. Well, again, like reverse parasocial behavior, where I'm just seeing everyone's art and I love seeing it. I love seeing people's worlds. I love seeing people's AUs. I love seeing everything that people want to. Yeah, Silly Goblin. There we go. 3D modeling. There we go. I know we got you. We have Dexter. Who else do we have? I feel like to draw, but not an artist. Well, anyone who does put in the effort to draw, you are an artist. If you might not position yourself as a pro, fair enough. Oh yeah, and Angel too. Angel is also an artist. If you choose to not make it into a professional thing, fully understandable. But, never discount creating art. Oh, and Naya-chan. I'm like going over everyone as I see everyone pass by right now going, who do we have here who is an artist that I know? And I know there's more in there. I'm just going, whose stuff do I remember off the top of my head? But yes. Bit of homework unlocked. Decided to step in for a little bit for bed. Always good. I'll try to help you drift away. If I start streaming earlier again, I know at some point I need to work on probably upping the chaos factor a little bit. Because, you know, I try to give y'all some cozy chaos. Keep things nice and calm, keep it relaxing, and then, you know, when the sun comes up, start to get things a little spicier, just a little bit of heat. Boy, no. But at least for now, we vibe, we relax, calmly just drift away into the night. Hopefully you all have had good dreams recently. I always appreciate any time y'all join me for just a little something to be more at peace. This is your escape from it all. Stretch my tail already? Actually, you know, it is the half-hour mark. So, I suppose I should definitely loosen up a little bit because, ow, oh, and hello, Drip Prince. Do I have the drip today? Am I successfully dripping? Am I making anyone else drip? Or is anyone gushing? I'm not entirely sure. I wonder, when you get to the extent of drip so good, it's like fully put together, is that called gushing or is that still drip? Now I'm just being disgusting, so excuse me. Ooh, woo. Wearing the same outfit. I know, at some point, you know, I'll come up with another look. Stretching out a bit more. Actually, I am kind of sore. Been very physical for the last few days, so definitely feeling the muscles just like ow, 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 ow. There we are. Beautiful. Sad to say your new meds have granted you the power of insomnia. Oh no! Oh god. Don't answer if you want to discuss it, but what do they put you on, Dex? Insomnia stuff. Yikes. And happy 420! Oh my god. Snoop Doggy Dogg. The holiday of Saint Snoop Doggy Dogg is coming down to be like, I bless your whizzle with the whidizzle. Now, here, an olive branch of the weed. Smoke weed every day. Patron saint of anime and smoke. And also celebrating the... Actually, no, I was trying to think about it. I was trying to think if it was either the birthday or the death date of that terrible Charlie Chaplin impersonator who gets us demonetized on YouTube. Unfortunately, I think it was his birth date, not the day he blew his brains out. So I would have to go back and fact check that. But nonetheless, he's gone. Ritalin. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is rough. Because I don't know if there's any issue with onboarding it, where getting it into your system can cause some difficulty in how it stacks up versus, say, Adderall or Vyvanse. And of course, y'all, jokes aside, be responsible. Don't get yourself into too much trouble. Are the working? Ah, yes, they are. Got a little distracted, Sophie. But anyway, Sophie, have a good night. May you have beautiful dreams. And as you drift away into the peaceful abyss of your mind, may you feel the warmth of your soul wash over your body and grant you a sense of comfort and peace. And so, as you drift back to the waking world, may you have a light, warm, and soft that guides you. And until you return to the Zetaplex, good night. I would say frog outside the house. I would say leave the frog in their environment. Just because, that is their home. Unless you are ready to care for the frog. But I think that would not be very courteous to separate the frog from their home. Especially if there might be, anyone else of their family nearby. A matcha brownie. I was going to say some other kind of green in there. Insomnia only takes about an hour off, so you don't... Okay, well, it's not too bad. 1 hour of insomnia is not the worst in the world. At least it's not like you can only get 1 or 2 hours of sleep. I've known some individuals where they had taken things like, especially SNRI medications. So things like Cymbalta or Effexor, supposed to be anti-anxiety, thinking of making bats as a pet. Oh, well, I do always love seeing that sweet little girl now that she's flapping around. In fact, we get your artwork. I was curious if we were going to get bats showing up when I pulled up the fan art showcase. But knowing that there are some things people can take where you might not be able to sleep for more than 1 or 2 hours. So, glad that's only taking a little bit off, but you're still able to kind of lull back to sleep. Terrified of a massive frog that chilled on the stairs. So I get that, especially for how, in a kid's mind, the visions you have. You have a very high level of creativity where you might see something like that and your mind just goes wild picturing that something else might be going on with this frog. Which I don't know if you're talking like a decorative frog or if you're talking a live frog, but I can imagine just, if anyone, fair warning, spiders, now really waiting for to slap the collar back.
Welcome, dreamer.
And welcome, it's Ting. Come on in, make yourself comfortable. A live frog at night. Oh, yeah. So then you kind of get the heebie-jeebies. Is the frog then going to jump on you and spook you? Once asked your uncle after having his bed upgraded. Gave you a face saying, I have insomnia, right? Mood. Sleeping can be such a difficult thing sometimes. And I really do feel for anyone who is dealing with the struggles. And hello, Leona. Came in right after we started talking about bats. At least it wasn't you that slapped the collar on. Well, I do have only so many y'all can do. Streak going of 3. Now, at some point, I'll get to earlier streams. Sometimes it is hard because I'm trying to plan, getting everything done, getting ready to go, getting this all set to have some fun. Probably have insomnia, rip. Yeah. But knowing... Hey, yo, what the heck would I do? Why are you saying what the heck? What did I do? I didn't do anything. Well, was there something there? Did I accidentally put something? Hold on. Let me make sure I didn't put something weird in the fan art folder. Why are you saying what the heck for? Add an extra layer, some pops. Now I'm going, uh-oh. Did I put something that should not have been in there? Okay, let me double check. Oh god, for all the times Naya Chat, elaborate. Do not vague post. What has happened? Did I miss something? Okay, let's see what's going on. Sort by date. From what I said. What'd I say? What did I even say? Let's do it. Let me just... Doing a quick double check, by the way, to make sure. Okay. Innocent. Make sure I didn't pull in anything from the alt tag into the folder. Because I was doing some rearranging. Oh, where we have here? Looks good. No beepus. Okay. No, I think we're clean. I think we're clear. Okay. No beepus is sneaking into the mix. There we go. That is also clear. Ha. There we are. Perfect. You scared me for a second when you said that. I'm going, oh no! Did I accidentally flash my beepus on the screen? Just want to make sure of that. That's a Fansly exclusive. I mean, I try to make sure. Content-friendly dreams. It's a special request. Hello, Eris. How you be tonight? Come on in, make yourself comfortable. It is what I said. Oh, I don't even remember what I said. Now y'all just got me wondering, I'm going, what did I say? I don't think I said anything. Playback mode. I've also been meaning to see if I can randomize these. Fan art. Let's see. I'll also add that in there as well. Make sure that is playback mode. Random. There we go. All of a sudden, I'm stretching the limits now. Lol. Doing well this midnight. Indeed, I am, Ting. So yes, welcome in. I do hope you enjoy yourself. I appreciate a new visitor. Because I was trying to think if I might have... I think this is the first time that we are meeting. It's always fun sometimes, kind of tracking who might be watching who kind of enjoys whose content. Twitch is a funny thing like that, where, you know, just going around and seeing just circles of creativity. It's fun to me. A lot of shirtless Mihais. So my design mama, Avi Yoruma, even kind of teased me about that a little bit, where she's like, yeah, you basically have no shirt on. So it certainly makes it easy for designing any alt outfits. A lot of shirtless stuff. Me just walking around with my tits hanging out. But you know, it is nice to be cool. Don't want to get too warm in here, because I'll tell you, it's nice to be warm when you sleep, but if you start boiling in your sleep, then you're not going to have a good time. Then things get very unpleasant. Yep. And we got, well, it's nice to get those circles of creatives. Like, I think right before you popped in, Ting, I was talking about how I love to lurk and watch a lot of artists who stream, since that is usually a good chill vibe, and just seeing everyone's different style. And we got so many artists who are just tied to this place in one way or another, that I love seeing everything and just new creation and just the artistic spirit coming to life. Merch idea, a hoodie with a caption, big titties underneath, proceed with caution. Oh no. I might have to look into that. Now that I moved the shop over to Fourth Wall, they do provide design credits, so... That sounds unhinged. Oh, in fact, you know what? I'm going to copy-paste that. Copy message. I'm going to save that. Noted. I know. I forget if you were live, but because I was mentioning how I remember you following about like 5 years ago. You're one of the ones who's been around for a very long time. And before I forget, silly goblin, may you have a beautiful night. May you have sweet dreams. And as you feel your mind palace start to radiate from your head, may you feel the warmth of your soul wrap over your body and fill you with a sense of peace as you drift away into the quiet abyss. And as you wander in your mind and start to see that light that guides you back to the waking world, may it provide a warmth and sense of peace to guide you on your way. So, until you return to the Zettaplex, good night. Other things you need are good derg, not cash money, beep it. Oh my god, not cash money. I feel like I only made that joke once or twice, but that'll work. That'll work. Beepus and stretch my not tail. Well, I mean, you know what? I think now I can only stretch my tail now that, you know, I'm not gaslighting y'all into thinking I don't have a tail. Man, to think for the time that I tucked that under my pants. Didn't let y'all see the tail. Had 2 pairs of Hitachi twins. Oh, really? I'm curious who the second one is. Needing some good derg stuff. All of a sudden, the good derg puppy, quote unquote, collar. And instead of Fanta, I can go Royal, but I nearly forgot copyright. I feel like you might have mentioned that before with Royal Cola. I'm thinking to myself, going, I feel like you might have mentioned that in the past, unless I'm having some bizarre deja vu. And no, it is not normal to get almost run over by 2 of 3 cars, or 2/3 of a car, whichever way that is. So I'd recommend being a little more careful if suddenly there's either 2/3 of a car or 2 out of 3 cars that might be running you over. I am indeed. So I know my tail is a little hidden. You know what? Here, I'll move the camera down for y'all a bit. So, boing, boing, boing. My tail bouncy. Smiles big and wide. Tee-hee. Boing, boing, boing. But yes, I am a dragon. A dream dragon, guiding you to sleep so that you may rest in this place and be able to adventure into your dreams. Dreams are a healing experience after all, are they not? Long time ago, though they're so adamant on flirting platonically, was the Haruhi to their dynamic. Oh my god. And hello, Octa, it's been a minute. Hi, welcome back. It has been a hot minute. Speaking of community who've been around for a long time, I think the only one I can think of who's been around as long, not counting DM, of course, but would probably be Marine. I feel like you 3 have been around since almost the absolute beginning. A dragon and a red lich walk into a bar and waiting for the punchline. Waiting for the punchline. Do I want to know a fun fact? Y'all really wait for the moment that becomes available. Can't believe y'all. And yes, Max, what is the fun fact? Persona is a Dutch angel dragon. Okay, so going for that fluffy dragon kind of look. It's interesting. So I didn't know about Dutch angel dragons until recently. It was last year when I had seen a version of Tenna from Deltarune, and someone depicted him. Originally, I thought, and hello, Calypsy, how are you doing today? What's going on? How you be? They are so cute, right? So yeah, I'd seen someone who had depicted Tenna as a Dutch angel dragon. And big, fluffy, I know originally I thought he might have been either wolf, Sergal, just because there's a lot of furry designs that end up kind of blending into the aesthetics of one or the other. And so then saw the creator mention, okay, they went with Dutch angel dragon specifically. Thank you, Kana. But really liked the design. It's interesting seeing when people go with more furry dragons as opposed to scaly dragons. Because one thing that is very signature across the board with dragons is always having good hair or fur. It's just, okay, all of us. Hello, Danny, and thank you very much for resubbing a full year now. Oh my god. You know what, that gets uppies. Where are you, Danny? Where are you? Danny. Hey, little Danny, don't you cry. I am you from much later in your life. I know your hair is wild. I know you have no style. You're still and actually I'll stop there. Danny, don't you know by Ninja Sex Party? I'll mind my manners. Yeet. Thank you very much for that. Thought of a new pickup line. Uh-oh. Coming up with that content? What you got in mind? And I just saw, Ting, I just saw you pop in the Discord. Welcome. So, make yourself comfy. We got good people. Can you boop the snoot? You know what, you can do that. Where are you, Naya-chan, where is your staff? I think that is you at the horns, heading behind. There we are. That's Azrael. That's Sin. There's Naya-chan. Boop. 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 Nuzz nuzz. Yeet. A dragon pickup line. Oh my. Ow. Y'all hitting me with a worm. Our cursed creation. Well, don't hoard it from us. Ever heard of How to Train Your Dragon? Because I'd love to.
Welcome, dreamer.
Oh my god. That is unhinged. I love that. Anyway, ever heard of How to Train Your Dragon? Because I'd love to learn how to ride you. Oh my god. Well, call me toothless because you'll be riding me all night. And welcome all fireflies die. Welcome in. Make yourself comfortable. You came in at a fun moment as we're discussing dragon pickup lines. Oh my. And Star, do have a good night. Get some rest, my dude. Be well, be creative, and see you soon. Beautiful. It's here. You're here all night. Man. And also, by the way, so you'll see, I need to work on a list of things, because I know a lot of y'all who have things in the fan art gallery. Bat. Ah, yes. Bats is back. Bat. The asexual in you wants to retaliate with, are you a dragon? Because I need to throw you off my back right now in the ocean because you stinky. Oh my god. Savage. Oof. Big oof. Fun fact, both your Durgo C and Valentino are in the same era. Aha. Now I'm curious when you say era, meaning just plane of existence of time, or what are we going into with that? Because I'm trying to think. I thought that they existed at the same time. Unless you meant something else with them being in the same era. Oh god, you just thought of another. Oh no. I'm sorry. Are you though? Are you though? Feel that all sorts of OCs from all different time periods and eras. That dragon better stay in your pants, brother. Oh my god. Right. All of a sudden, everyone goes, no. I want that to be a Fansly exclusive. Don't whip out the dragon unless it's $5 a month. Ow. Rude. Plane of exists. Oh boy, I wish writing were easier. I certainly enjoy performing more than writing, but thinking about ideas for like getting into roleplay audio and whatnot. Just coming up with some more things. Maybe some comfort ASMR. Maybe a little bit of a scenario roleplay, something like that. Could be wholesome. Could add a little spice. You know, like some Valentina just sprinkled in there. Just a little bit of heat. Just a dash. Beautiful. Lamau, the dragon that I'm gonna whip out is non-existent because I'm trans-mask. Hey, yo. Oh my god. I wonder if there'd also be a way where you could even flip that. Even maybe, if you're open to it, even you could then switch it into maybe like a cloaca fake out as another option for how you might end that joke. I feel like I'll have to workshop that one. Hey Mihai, can I be your Daenerys? Because you can call me Mommy. Oh. Uh-oh, I hear the Game of Thrones theme starting up now. I never actually finished Game of Thrones. I watched a little bit of it, but I'll tell you a little story. That, to my chagrin, I knew someone who was a super fan of Game of Thrones. And nothing against it, but this person was such a super fan that unfortunately they liked to listen to the theme song on repeat obsessively. And they had an entire remix. That there was a period where Armin van Buuren and a whole bunch of trance artists just did all of their, as you know, EDM artists do. They just all did some variety of remix of the Game of Thrones opening. And if I remember correctly, I think even Armin van Buuren named one of his daughters Sansa after one of the characters from Game of Thrones. But so this dude, he wanted to play an hour of endless Game of Thrones opener remixes. And at that point, you can only hear the melody so many times you're just like, oh, please make it stop. So from that point, I did not want to watch Game of Thrones because all I could think of was just an hour of endless Game of Thrones. An hour of endless Game of Thrones openings. And now, of course, sensible person could communicate and try to, figure out a way to say it without pissing the person off of, hey, can we listen to literally anything else? Because I have heard this melody so many times that I am so tired of it. And not being able to have any conversation. I'm trying to remember, what's her name? He really loved Marjorie Tyrell and stylized himself a lot after Marjorie Tyrell. And as this friend and visitor I will be patient until the very end, but it is very hard when you cannot really play off of a conversation. And at that point, you're just kind of nodding your head like, Marjorie Tyrell, yep, you really want to manipulate people, I get it, yep, you want to murder your future husband, gotcha, yep, okay, novel, that's fun, yep, great, perfect, yeah, okay, sure, perfect. Thank goodness you listened to Fairy Tale. Your whole phone is like a playlist of it. Have you heard this song? It's so cool. Really like Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I don't know if I know that one. Yeah, and there's other things that are more my interest. That I know one of my special interest series is Steven Universe. And I love the story, I love the aesthetic. Naya-chan, that time I caught you. I saw you do that. I saw you. I heard the sparkles. I heard the kira kira as you slapped that thing on my neck. Scandalous. Watch anime, but nothing as long as whatever the fuck Game of Thrones is. Yeah. Which I was going to say, we're probably not going to be talking about One Piece then. Which, God, One Piece, I don't even know how to process how just insanely endless that bloody series is. And if anyone likes it, go for it. Enjoy it. By all means. But what are they on? I think episode 1500 now or something like that. Naruto was long, but not that long, because Naruto and One Piece started around the same time. They're both of the same era. So Naruto finally ended, I forgot, like 6 years ago, and they finally moved on to Naruto's son Boruto. One Piece is still going. I mean, the creator, he's going to work on it until he probably leaves this mortal coil. And unlike just about any other series, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of the longest running manga, but is not produced at the same pace as One Piece, where JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a literal 39-year-old manga at this point, but has not had as much produced. It just, yeah, I don't even, Oda, I believe Oda is the artist. Eijiro Oda, if I remember correctly, something like that. And now they got the live action, which I kind of appreciate, having seen some of the stuff where they're going for a very campy, cartoony look in the live action. And Oda is creatively involved to make sure that it doesn't deviate too far from his vision, which is nice. Because one thing that can go very wrong with adaptations is when you will lose the intent in the original work, because they're trying to stylize it to be something different. Disney live actions. And at least with this, he's going, here's how I envision the characters looking, so I'm involved with the casting choices. He even will sign off on dub actors. So anyone who's dubbed One Piece in a language beside Japanese, he will personally approve it to be like, yep, I hear this, I approve of it. Yes, none of us... Well, let's not talk about Michael Ratt too much, because, you know, it's... Disney is certainly something right now, and I think that's all about I want to say about those people. Man, the wind is noisy. All right, nice smooth shade. I know. Throwing shade about as long as it dry. Oh. I saw Dexter just drop something very, very interesting. I might need to talk to you afterward, Dex. Interesting. Man, that looks good. Since I do have a Minecraft skin, but, you know, never the worst thing in the world to have some options. That does look solid. Nice. Nice. Louder in Manila, traffic and all that stuff. Love to drown the noise out. Right. And a secret little bonus. Okay, I'll be real with you, Dex, because I think you're still in here. I thought I saw, for a moment, my eyes, some look weird, where I looked at this Minecraft skin that you made, and for some reason I was thinking of sheep eyes. And because, of course, Minecraft sheep, they just have their eyes kind of cocked out. We're like, hello, Roseboy Requiem. Welcome back. How you be tonight? Thank you very much for the resub. Where are you? Where are you? Where'd you go? Saw the future and the past. I know you were in here somewhere. Did you spawn in? Where are you? I see Kel. I see... Let's see, Zora, Lorelei, I see Anarchy. Hi, Lorelei, by the way. Let's see. There you are, Pink. Down to hop on the Greek mythology bandwagon. Oh no, is that like a gentle suggestion we get into Epic? But hello. Because I was trying to think about something. I know the Black Sclera can look a little bit funky in some contexts. And before we get too far from things, Azrael, have a wonderful night. May you have beautiful dreams. And as you drift away into the peaceful abyss of your sleep, may you feel the warmth of your soul wash over you. And just fill you with a sense of peace and rest, like a warm blanket to pull you down into the abyss. And so, rest well, and until you return to the Zetaplex. Good night. Epic mentioned, I know. I've never listened to Epic in full. I know some people, they absolutely love the music. And it's been one of those, you know, at some point I will get my button gear to check it out. Just haven't yet. Peak music. It is well produced. Yeet. I'm also trying to think, because I need to relabel things. Roseboy, I think I remember which was... I believe you did the one that had the... that was glancing on the gem in the dark. Because I'm trying to organize things a little bit better so I can be able to mark whose work is what in the fan art folder. Promise you haven't done anything nefarious. That sounds suspicious. That sounds like you are also creating some more art crimes, Eris. And Zora, may you have a beautiful night. May you have restful dreams. And as you drift away into a peaceful abyss, May you feel the warmth of your soul fill you with a sense of rest and comfort. So, may you find your way back to the waking world and until you return to the Zetaplex. Good night. You, innocent little old you. Totally innocent. Totally innocent. Yours is the one you had to... Yes, that's right. Had to put on... Okay, let me actually mark that right now. Just so I can get you in there before I forget. Because I know certainly the other tag it's perfectly appropriate for, in case you decide to go with any creative suggestions. But I believe I remember you saying you didn't have social media. Or you avoid social media one way or another, so... Let me see. Fan art folder, there we go. Scroll on down. I know I saw it a moment ago. Let's see, there's Chaya. She dropped in something new. I literally was just looking at this a moment ago. Where is it? There we are. Pillow Peta, there we are. Roseboy Requiem. But not doing anything nefarious, not at all. No nefariousness whatsoever. Would I say I am a good dragon or something else? Chat? Would you say I'm a good dragon? Or would you say that I'm not a good dragon? In fact, you know what? I'm gonna put this out there right now. Nefarious actions? No. No art crimes. Ow! You're really whacking me like that when I'm not even paying it, when I'm not able to look at the screen. Oh my god. Can't believe you. Worm. Y'all whacking me with a worm. Can't believe y'all. Can't believe y'all. Alright, chat. So I can say what I am, but... Ow! Rude! Ow! Pain! Ow! Ouch. So y'all saying good, Derek. So far y'all are saying good. Some of y'all are saying I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn this way. And collaring me even is a good measure. Unbelievable. I don't know, because I feel like I know what my answer would be, but it sounds like Chad is saying something very different. Chaotic neutral, eh? I mean, you are anarchic, so that kind of comes with the territory. Chaotic, good, and accurate description. I think I would accept that. I think I would accept that. Really, y'all think I'm that good of a Derg? You think I am that good that I deserve to be collared, like the good boy that I am? So, y'all say that I am a good dragon. So I guess that is my answer, Calypsy. I am good at being a bad dragon. I mean, of course, I'm very, very happy to accommodate those who want a badder dragon. No judgment, no judgment. In fact, I'll slip on my collar, because y'all did say that I am a good Derg, so you know what, I'll behave. I said that thing. What did I say? What did I say? Did I say something? Chat, did I say something? Did I say something that is funny? Did I say a funny? Did I say the funny? I don't know what you're talking about. I totally don't know what you're talking about. Can't a joke, but you can't say it. I mean, honestly, Eris, you probably can. After I upped the content age to 18 plus, I go, you know, we can loosen things a little bit. And hi, Pats, welcome in. I know I saw you lurking for a minute, so make yourself comfortable. But, you know, I can slam the brakes in case things ever start going a little too far off the rails. Mostly fun because I didn't say it. Nah, it's that bad. Oh, no. Well, okay, Eris, now you're dangling it. Now you're all of a sudden like, come on, take the bait. Take the bait. Come on. Show interest. Really past your bedtime, but Ting, thank you very much for joining. And I do hope that you enjoy yourself. Hope we'll be seeing you again soon. I know I saw you in the Discord, so thank you for joining. You are always
Welcome, dreamer.
Make yourself comfortable and rest well. And hello, Lukey. Welcome in. Welcome in. How you be tonight? Make yourself comfortable. We're just enjoying a little vibe. Are you late? Not too late. About an hour into stream. I mean, so I know normally I do tend to do a lot of... Normally I just tend to chit-chat and kind of go with things. So you did miss chat deciding whether I was a good dragon or a bad dragon. Aside from that, though, just vibing. Surprisingly, Daddy Dragon? Daddy? Hi, Poppy. Hello. How 18 plus jokes is within the line? I mean, if it's a little too much, I'll call. If it's a little too much, I might go, you know, I think we'll save that one for after hours. Daddy me, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Sorry, Daddy. Sorry, Daddy. Sorry, Daddy. What? Why y'all starting to call me Daddy? Am I your father figure? Am I your unk? Am I your damaged old man that you can fix? Save it for after hours because it's Twitch. Fair enough. I mean, we don't want to get Daddy Twitch getting us in trouble because I forgot something that had happened. I don't know. I won't talk about it. Someone had cracked a joke about highest up at Twitch being a creep back at the Streamer Awards. Ballistic from Apex be like, delicious. But yes. God, now I'm really curious how far you're trying to push things, Eris. Good sir, 6'10", can't do anything other than look up. I mean, you know, not safe for Twitch, fair enough. Fair enough. Speaking of hot old men. You know, just a little experience to guide you. Warmth, comfort, and knowing when to be gentle. Unlike things getting launched at me. Sweetie, I don't think there's any way you can fix me. You're an accidental comedian. I know. Head-on collision with the comedy. Bat. Oh, Bats. We love when Bats sneaks in. She's a good little girl. At some point, I'll render her a little bit. I'll figure out how to render her a bit better and, you know, also getting proper usage rights and things like that. Can make him change, can you now? Time to be as stubborn as a sheep and be like, oh, you think you can fix me? Well, strap in, because it ain't gonna happen easily. Watching Magi, so much cuteness, aggression, need to get out of your system. Make him worse. Oh no. Y'all, the bad influence brigade coming out. Time for the bit that's going to take a while. The tail. Yeah, that is fair, Dex. I just saw your message on YouTube right now. Need to make me worse. Well, mind you, of course, I'm here to be your dream guide. Just any memories that you want to leave. A little treasure. Which, by the way, bienvenue à la France. Allons enfants de la patrie. Someone's Tuxel suddenly. I just hear that ooga booga when she pops in chat. Oh god, La France. I know. The French, Derg. Been in your dreams twice. Teach me arson. Well, so now here's the funny thing, Calypsy, is so many dragons breathe fire. While with me, my breath is ice cold and crystalline, calming, soothing, and just overwhelming your senses so you feel a sense of peace. Because what will help you rest on an uncomfortable night than something cooling? Indeed, very much mint-like. I'd say probably a little more spice to it than mint, but innocent your Derg. Leon, on the other hand, like bio-free. Yes. Basically just crystalline diamond dust of every color as the light picks it up. Definitely with that menthol minty chill. Making Chip Skylark jealous. My shiny teeth and me. Right. Just grins. A sharp, pointed smile. It's always fun doing that. A lot of people, they're usually shocked, like, oh god, what, dude, you're not gonna bite me, are you? Are you gonna bite me? Only if you ask nicely. Teehee. Need biofreeze to sleep. When you wake up, that's actually what you need. And hello, Angel. Oh, yeah, I think I can get some uppies in there. Where are you? Did you pop in? We get the uppies. Keeping me on my toes, eh? I do walk rather lightly, so, you know, usually float around a little bit. Little on the bad Derek side, if I know what you mean. I see. Suddenly, all of a sudden, we find your alt account. It's like, okay, now here's where we see the other side of Leon. Yeet. But lurking for a little bit. I know I'm also working on the lurk redeem. So I've got, actually, let me see. I did get it activated. So I do have a lurk redeem now. And also just the command as well, in case you just want to kind of poke in and be like, hi, I'm still here. Just let Twitch know for counting purposes. And you can vibe as much as you want. Hide your alts, the dragon is coming. It's like Peach just walks on screen and goes, Mihai is coming. He's coming for your alts. He's coming for your artwork. I just appreciate seeing good stuff. Create, have fun with it. As long as you're not hurting anyone, make something magical. It's even an interesting thing. So, how there's knowing there are a lot of artists who cater to different age levels and demographics, and ones who specialize or have capability in NSFW content usually have a tremendous grasp on anatomy and the ability to really lock in and just what's the word I'm looking to describe it? I'm trying to think, but the capability that many artists who do NSFW work have to really make something that is intricate, complicated poses, and usually able to command good prices with it. You know, just keep it within the appropriate audience. That's the big thing. Where's I even going with that? I don't know. Sometimes I just start wandering with thoughts and it's just, okay, here we are. This is the conversation now. What are my thoughts on Yoshi? He exists. I'm gonna be real. Yoshi is... I'm gonna get myself in trouble for this. Yoshi is one of my most meh characters in the Mario series. that there's nothing that necessarily I dislike about Yoshi. He's just kind of there. I know there's some people where I think due to the way he sounds and vibe, they find him very cute, which, he makes a good mascot character. But he's one of the ones where it's just, I don't really feel one way or another towards Yoshi, so it's like, eh. What about Toad? Oh, what about Toad? Toad leaning more towards dislike, which is not necessarily because of Toad, but it's an association of someone who liked to cosplay Toad and was a dreadful person. Psycho no scale. Awful. So that's in kind of an unfair association where I just go, yeah, I don't really want to be looking at Toad much. Luigi is your favorite. We got 2 Luigi stands. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I'm going to bet that anyone here will probably either say Luigi or Bowser as their favorites. And if we're getting the princess, now the princesses in there is kind of interesting to see who might be the favorite there. Because, I feel like it's almost a personality test which princess you go to. Rosalina, good choice. Very good. Rosalina being one of my, Rosalina is my favorite princess. Bowser, your princess baby girl. He is such an absolute mess. I'll always say, Luigi is the best good boy. Bowser is the best bad boy. Luigi, you cannot hate Luigi. There is nothing hateable about Luigi. And Era says, I do love Luigi because he's a good boy and Bowser is basically my type. What? No judgment here.
No judgment here. Looking for your Koopa King, huh?
For all the jokes that I'll crack, that everyone loves Luigi, everyone wants to get with Luigi. Now, Daisy will fight them all like it's freaking Dragon Ball Z. She will not let anyone touch her sweet dork. She will knock Bowser into the next galaxy if he ever tried. And welcome, Kenichi's underwear. That is certainly a name. Welcome. He's a bad guy. Bowser is the definition of, you probably can't fix him. Ow. Potassium. Delicious. You probably cannot fix Bowser, but I think that's kind of the fun of his character, is understanding, yes, Bowser is a dick. Bowser was not raised right. He's got issues galore. But he's also aware of them and tries to raise Junior to have a happier childhood than he had. Which, Kamek/Cammy, however you're interpreting Bowser's childhood, because we never see father or mother Monarch Koopa.
Welcome, Dreamer.
And thank you for the follow, Annie, actually. The princess version of King Boo, though, fair. Boo's... I feel like some of the interpretations I've seen of Boo's at, shit's okay. It's not a bad design. I think I'd even seen someone where an artist who had essentially done how do I want to describe it? A piranha plant-ette. I don't know if there was an easy way to say that, but maybe piranha-ette, I think. Something like that. Oh, boy. Yeah, we had Chain Chompette. We had Piranette. I'd also seen there used to be a whole community. There used to be a whole Tumblr community of people who would get into their own independent blogs where they would take certain characters from the Mario universe and embody them for, Ask So-and-so. And so I'd seen some interesting designs for Chain Chomp and one artist Impossible Snail, who was Ask Bowser. Congratulations on your download. Yeah, Chain Chomp. I need to look at some of the other ettes. Hot, disinterested, would eat me. Oh my god. Oh my god, one of those credit card swipe ones. Who is this one? Rotten 26. Trying to think if I know their content. But yeah, so that's the thing, is that Bowser is a good leader, and how in so many different games it's been depicted that he's a no man left behind. And, ow! Speak kind of Koopa. Hitting me with a chainsaw. Can't believe y'all. And again, his love for Junior, and depending on how you interpret the Koopalings, to go, he's either got Junior or he's got Junior, and then his adopted question mark kids, the Koopalings, where it's just, man, this is a guy who, he just needs to learn how not to be emotionally stupid around Peach, and use his big boy words to talk to her, and actually be like, so, Peach, you maybe go on a date tonight, like, actually, date, don't, well, I had canon that it's a whole game between the two of them, whole kidnapping, just kind of a whole kidnapping kick, but that's getting into headcanons versus what Nintendo has implied to be the canon dynamic. Ow! Man, y'all just whacking me with potassium. But yeah, good dad. Good dad. My queen. We love you, Roxy. Roxanne Wolf. Until, of course, it's 5:59, and then suddenly we just hear, Night Guard! I'm gonna kick your ass! So yes, Luigi, best good boy. No one can, okay. Luigi is also one of the 2 Mario characters who has canonical Bishi sparkles. He is depicted as actually having, like, anime wow scenes when he turns around and you see those big blue, sparkly blue eyes, blue twice, and just the perfectly coiffed mustache. Also, bonjour, Tuxel. Ooga booga. Hi. Of course, gotta drag in FNAF. You know, it's classic. It's classic around here. Y'all know I'm a Roxy simp. I've already said it a million times where it rude. Y'all have seen y'all have seen I love Roxy. She's so wonderful. She's so damaged. I don't want to fix her. I just want to respect and admire her. Dude, another guy you'd probably be into was Rehydrated Ganondorf. That does not surprise me in the least. So, you're talking large, monstrous, red hair, could crush you with his fist, and some people would die with a smile on their face. Wario. What are my thoughts? Slowly looks at Roxy plush. So, Wario. Wario is a terrible, terrible character, but part of the fun is how awful he is. So with Wario, I mean, he's disgusting. He farts all over the place. He reeks of too much garlic, which is impressive. He's greedy. He's lazy. He's a fun character. If you love him, how awful he is. But, ow. You love him for how awful he is. But you just have fun along the way. In the void of just, okay, Wario is the protagonist, so we're gonna have fun with it. And Nintendo needs to bring back Captain Syrup, because as a foil to Wario, where it's like they're trying to outswindle each other. And so you get this chaotic tango where Captain Syrup is a baddie. And she's just like, hello there, lover boy. How are you doing? I've got something special to offer you. Steals his wallet once she gives him this thing. Gulp. Hello, Grievous Lord. Welcome in. ¿Por qué gulp? What'd I do? What happened? Am I getting up to trouble? Or are you enjoying yourself? But Bazoomies! Hello, Galaxy Wolfstar. Aloha. And Waluigi with wah. Waluigi, male, hot, well, shucks. I am happy to provide a show for you, so make yourself comfortable. I'll try to make sure things don't get too hot. At that point, I'll be able to just, breathe a little cool air to help chill things out. Can you has a happy birthday for last Wednesday? A very happy birthday to you. I hope it was a wonderful day and that it brought you as much happiness as you could ever want. So, happy birthday. Where were we? Oop, and a good night. Roseboy Requiem, may you have a beautiful night. May you have sweet dreams. And as you drift away into a peaceful abyss, may you feel the warmth of your soul wash over your body and give you a calming weight as you drift away into the abyss. And so, when you are ready to return to the waking world, may a soft, warm light guide your way. And until you return to this place, good night. How'd I know you were Hawaii? I think, if I remember correctly, I believe you mentioned the time zone. Way back. Me and trying to keep track of certain details. Committing things to memory. Knowing the things that can shape a pleasant experience for everyone. Die with a smile on your face for rehydrated Ganondorf. Real for that. Great Bazoomit man. Lick emote when. I should probably add something like that. Hold that thought, because I know in terms of any degen emotes, it's a matter of time and just kind of being reminded where it's like a blah. Why are you like this? And Angel, may you have a good night. May you have restful dreams. And as you drift away into a peaceful abyss, may you feel the warmth of your soul give you the comfort to drift down and into a place of rest. So, until you return to the Zetaplex, good night. I mean, look at what you message with Bazoomies. Right. So much Bazoomies. But, yeah, it's funny. Once upon a long time ago, when I finally revealed my actual form of being a dream dragon, I remember I went back and forth a lot, where I went, no, I don't want to do degen stuff. I don't want to do that for people. I don't want to be leaning in that kind of thing. And then, 2 days later, everyone sees my chest. They're like, no. Be worse. Okay. By the way, I forgot. Hi, Tuxel. How you be tonight? Around goes the little fox. She flies through the skies. She just got a me commission. She is making someone a me model for Tomodachi Life. So, in case any of y'all looking for something creative. And she's done lots of stuff like the Luminous art that just popped up on screen. Whee! Around she flies. Can you get between the bazoomies? I think they can do that. Can you fly? Normally just ask on request. There's usually a point where I kind of cut things off a bit, but yay! Let's see. Where are you, Galaxy Wolfstar? There you go. I'll just let you rest. Just in. I see that pop mouth. That. Just do be gentle in case you start getting a little teethy. Be nice. Don't get me in trouble on stream, okay? Social anxiety is afraid of you? Well, then we'll have to blow past that then. Yay! And hello, Chaya. How you be tonight? Make yourself comfortable. Let's see. Where are you, Grievous Lord? There you are. That is Jesse. There you are. So, here you are. Welcome. Uppies. You get your uppies. Wait. So no, I do only do one uppy per stream. But, you know, you got to go fly. EP after hanging out. Yeah, I was going to say, I think you were with Elia for a little bit, right? I think you were with him as he was doing his stream. Friends of friends and all sorts of fun. Creative things. As we just rotated past some of Eris's sketches that have made it in here. Yes. Yeah, no, I saw he was doing his own one friend of the stream. So Chaya here and a friend Elia Kaliua who often does a lot of VR chat meetups. Hyperspace time, yay! There you go. So I know he often does jazz lounge nights and creative events like that. Especially, so, fun thing for anyone who gets into VR chat. Wow. You just hear, wow. Yeah, and Chaya doing art streams. As even, I got your new piece in the mix now, so that's been fun. Wiggle to the left, wiggle to the right, wiggle everything. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Sexy and you. Yep, that's going in. Okay, that's going in the folder. That's going in the folder. Let's see. Maybe I will have to do something like that. Drop that in there as we got the pipe boxes. Let us reload. Make sure I also save that to the right folder. I think that, where did that go to? Angel, yes, I can get you in there. Let me just reload my art folder. Directory. Et voila. There we go. And Naya-chan, may you have a good night. May you have restful dreams. And as you drift away into a peaceful abyss, may you feel the warmth of your soul. Give you a sense of rest as you drift on down. And so, until you return to the Zetaplex, good night. Where are you, Angel? There you are. Oh, it's not true. There we go. Now I got you. Shaking ass in the club. I know, I'm so glad y'all been having fun with the goob. Joining the goob squad. Shaking ass. Shake your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Give it all you got. It's like a bricked wall. Oh no, I hope that is the only thing that's bricked up in here tonight. Lovely day, and yes, Grievous Lord, do have a good night. Rest well, and see you again soon. Good night. Bat. Nibello's little bat. Her doing a version of me, bat. About to say bricked up. I know. We're in the DJing hours. We're having fun tonight. Giving big hugs, big teehees, laying in bed being cozy, which is a good thing to do, especially because I know it's even later. It's even later for you in your part of the waking world. Discord is... Oh, no. Is Discord saying... Is it? Okay. So that is the one thing that does suck. The Discord is 18 plus, but just because it is a community server, I've been looking at some options at potentially taking away the discovery feature. Because unfortunately it mandates Discord's content scanning bot, which is annoying because sometimes it's flagging things like, no, this shouldn't be in here. We think this is too sussy. If you do want, if it's like a piece of art that you had just made, and feel free to, okay, so something like that, feel free to DM me if you would like, if for some reason it's not able to be uploaded. Because I know your stuff, so far everything has been safe to share on screen by my feelings, at least. Yeah, feel free to send that in DMs. Yeah, that's okay with that. Let's take a look, see what is happening. So, yeah, I might look at trying to take away the community feature in Discord just because it is annoying how it is censoring some things that, Look, anyone who's in a Discord, as long as no one's lying to me, is of age. Seemingly evil. Really? It's just a stretch. Oh my god, scandalous. Scandalous stretch. You know what? Okay, there we go. Does not like that V-taper. What is it with Discord? Well, you know what? We add it in the mix and we reload. Censor your... Oh no, Matt. Oh, dearie me. All right, let me reload. Let me reload the fan art. Which, of course, and for anyone who is new, love seeing art regardless. So while I do share the fan art, we got all kinds of art. There we go. Yeah, so at least what I suspect is happening is I think just because of the way you depict my waist, I think that's what it's flagging. Supposedly big titties underneath, proceed with caution. Titties censoring the huge bazongas. Big titties, proceed. Ah, now I see. That's a W there. Proceed with caution. Haven't seen that Ash drawing yet. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So even because Ash right now holds the fan art record. Ash does a lot of artwork, but so he was actually. We were going through some stuff as I was trying to clean up the fan art folder, just to be able to organize things a little bit better. One, pulling out anything if showcasing it, and two, just being able to keep track of things. So right now, another Ash piece. Arms covering it, big titties, proceed. Which I think is even funnier, so it's like, yes, proceed, enjoy, experience, bat. And then Bats. She's just cute. She just flitters around. Just a little introvert Bat. And then we go to Snack. Bat, Snack, Worm. Beautiful. In ad jail. Hopefully should be done soon. I missed the alert when the ads did start. I think I'm going to add that next for anyone who's not a subscriber. So in case you want to take a break and so I can see a bit more easily. Why do I think you have the arms covering up the rest? Lol. Teehee. Bats is such a cute girl. Leona gets the shout out for that one. So go check out Leona's stuff. I know she drops all of her artwork in the Zettaplex. And I think you also do on social media as well. I know I've seen your stuff, Blue Sky, and I think Twitter. And good night, Chai. Good night, Chaya words. Oh my god. I cannot talk. Have a good night. Get some rest. Be well. Hunting down Paige, the second get paid to sub and never seeing these ads again. Thank you, by the way. I know I'm happy to provide entertainment one way or another. Feeling that speaking oral English man right. All of a sudden, just like, words. Good night, Chai Tea. I mean, so, while there's certain artwork that I cannot show on Twitch, full disclosure, there is a second tag for anything that needs to be kept within a certain audience. Witnessing, I know, Tuxel, you popped in right after we saw, but I know Dex has been showing off what she's been working on, so she cook. She in the kitchen. She's cooking like Julia Child, proceeding to make up a delicious dish that the entire audience will love. Now, when you're unpacking the dish, sometimes it doesn't come together quite right, but you know, what you're looking to do is just allow it to cool and form. You see, sometimes it doesn't quite work like that, but we can always make a delicious meal out of it. Been getting served up a lot of Julia Child from PBS. What an absolute legend. Holy heck. Julia Child, brilliant woman. brilliant with the intelligence efforts in World War II, and then she becomes a television chef. Yes, y'all heard that little gentle nudge. And I will say also Blue Rose, so the fan art should show up in a while. I do have this set on random right now. Just because I've been going into pulling up a folder for things. Just to keep it a little easier to update, so we should see that sometime soon. Watch that be the one thing. So, I know Neku hanging out in here, how Neku, he has an alter ego Incubus, and he's talked a few times about how, Twitch has got certain guidelines that, as long as it stays within the appropriate audience. There we go. So yeah, stretch. In fact, you know what? I haven't gotten the redeem, but that's a good call to stretch. It's been about an hour since we last got the stretch redeem, so, loosen up. All right, little bit crack. Ow, bonking me when I'm stretching? Rude. There we are. What are you, a mosquito? What? What now? Even though it's been almost a year now. A year since... what? Actually, yes, take a little hydration then. Lol, rude. Hit me with a collar too, so can't believe it. Oh wait, never mind, the kissing made it awkward. Geese. And now a deal you can't refuse. So, Diana, I think I would say, for the question, how would you feel if your girlfriend or boyfriend just walked up to you and started kissing and biting your neck? I think it depends on... there's so many other factors that if there's nothing else going on, it's a kind of a pleasant, flirty thing. I guess it also depends on... there's a lot of negotiation and boundaries beyond that. So I feel like that's kind of the complicated answer of what else is going on around, flirty displays of affection like that. So short answer is, should be pleasant. Speaking of Balzette. Something else going on, like, if you're having a bad day and you want some personal time, and suddenly you want boundaries, bites arm instead. Oh wait, actually, interesting, we got that popping up twice. Anyway, big stretch. Getting some more of Ash's works in there. I was gonna say, Blue Rose, I think one of these days, I'm curious, just not as a competition or anything, because I just appreciate seeing everything y'all work on, fan art or otherwise. But sometimes it's almost fun going, man, how much fun have y'all had just with certain muses? Trying to think of what to draw. I've been itching to draw something. I will make this easy for you. Plague Doctor. Refuses to elaborate. Mark thy territory with nibbles and bites. Turn the skin into a mosaic art of bite. Oh, kinky. Oh, my. Now we're starting to approach the spicy tag. Woo! Wish wasn't so exhausted mood. I mean, I'd like to think that art is something that you feel the energy with it to keep going and be more creative. But I also understand that, when you're just so knackered from something that drains you, love language is letting me clear your pores. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me slap skincare on you, baby girl. Here you go. Hyaluronic acid. Or is it hyaluronic? I was thinking about that going, I think it's Haya, where you're almost saying it like how Avatar The Last Airbender handles certain names. Hyaluronic or like hyaluronic. Peptides. Ooh. Que rico. Bite a Mona Lisa. Now that is kinky. Having someone you love so much that you are willing to use hickeys, bites, and kisses to create a work of art on them. That's like the most intriguingly erotic thing I can... Interesting. Very interesting. I have to save that as a dream idea at some point. Anyway, what was I saying? Y'all helping me with my job now. Golly, coming up with being creative. In fairness, that's an impressive thing. That's like, okay, Jojo brain for a second. A character who his wife fell in love with him when she experienced his skill at playing a mandolin with his feet. Which is the kind of insane skill that makes no sense aside from this very bizarre world. But holy heck, to have the skills. Exactly, Minako. What a point for you to come in on. Something playing a mandolin with his feet. Do you want to see me play a mandolin with my feet? Chat? Pluck at the strings. Smiles big and wide. Every now and then I have joke about, since my design mama, Ava Yoroma, we're working on the live 2D look. And so... Miss me. Tee. I'm not sure whether to make it a joke or a threat that I can take my boots off. Because, you know, I do like my kicks. Large as they are. But, ow! Rude! Man, you hit me in the tailbone with the potassium. Because it's also nice to be able to walk around barefoot. But I know some of y'all are just like, oh God, no feet, I don't like feet, no! Put the dogs away! Man, there we go. Half a chat is just like, no, we don't like, why feet? Why, no, stop with the feet! Funny idea, more creative, ow. Y'all pelt me the moment that I start talking about feet, every time. I'm not, is it that weird just to discuss feet? Just feet as a concept. Not trying to be creepy about it, not like, okay, we get into weird foot fetish stuff, but just like feet, just exist. The pied. Ow. But don't want to get chased by more than 5 doggies. I was getting 2 at once. Open the Pandora's box, how to make people fluster. Well, hey, as long as it leads to a good dream, that's what I care about. In fairness, as we were talking about skincare, now there's something where, okay, you know, take care of your feet. Make sure they look nice. Don't gotta be weird about it, just you know. But, I think as a feature, you know, put some effort into it, because that's a place where you don't want any scales. Unless they're shimmering scales. But dry crack, no, don't do that. Exfoliate, moisturize. Yep. Get your glycolic acid, get your hyaluronic acid. All the things so you can be able to make things look nice. Good skin. Good skin really does a lot for a person. Yes, keep yourself healthy. Because of course I want to see you all dreaming here. I don't want to see any of y'all going past this dream world. That. I was trying to think for a second. Thinking about things like skincare and hair care routines. What is one hair product that I would not prefer? Matting powder. So if anyone has ever used matting powder, it will add some texture to your hair, which you can use to style it like hair gel. But it'll also make it kind of grimy, and it's an interesting thing for how to style things a certain way, but it just kind of feels gross on the hair. So I think I'd say matting powder is probably the product I like the least. Because hairspray, fine with. Using some different oils, some nice argan oil to moisturize the hair. It can definitely be good for a specific look. Now, natural hair for a cosplay is certainly a challenge that if you're up for it, go for it. But definitely adds a lot more maintenance. Is mayonnaise not a hair product? I don't... That's actually, there's probably a well actually in there that you could have like olive oil mayonnaise that works as a good moisturizer. But I'm not necessarily sure mayonnaise. But is mayonnaise an instrument? Yes. Yes, Patrick. Mayonnaise. Yes, Patrick. Mayonnaise is an instrument. So yeah, I think olive oil and mayonnaise, you could probably moisturize your hair with that. I feel like I'm thinking about taking a flat iron to your hair, which might smell interesting, but I feel like it would end up getting very sour. Another stretch, eh? Horseradish. I don't know. I'm gonna say, I think a lot of the milky products, a lot of the milky condiments are probably not good in the long run. Because I was thinking about something. I'll tell you something crazy. So, I've used shea butter as a hair moisturizer in the past. Smacking a collar on me the moment I start stretching. Amazing. Listerine. Oh, that sounds interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about Listerine. I feel like that would strip the hair. But that's also kind of getting into some pH science stuff. Talking about food, using it for hair care. I'm not entirely sure. Natural hair crunching curl thing. I see. Stretch. There we go. Y'all really whacking me while I'm trying to stretch. I can't believe y'all. Anyway, there we are. Okay, something like that. Yeah, hopefully if you need to remove lice, that's definitely a more intense kind of hair care. Yeah, lice. Ooh, that's a pretty tough one. Yeah, shea butter. If you can get pure shea butter, can be very nice for moisturizing the hair, moisturizing the scalp. Argan oil, another thing that is wonderful and usually also has a good fragrance to it. Sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. So you're using something that will not have too much of a detergent in there, which can dry out and break up the hair. And then, of course, pick your styling products of choices, whether they're hairspray, which, can dry things out to a certain point. So go easy on the hairspray to a certain degree. Yeah, lice. Hopefully no one ever has to deal with lice in their hair, because that is just nasty. There's no real nice solution. Don't condition till after the shower, leave-in conditioner, diffuse the curls. Boom! Easy, right. So. So many good things you can do. Something that also provides some vitamins, help strengthen it and grow. Can you tell me something amazing, maybe? What would you like to share? What do you have to say? As we're discussing hair care, there's so many, there's so many wonderful things. Well, it's just nice to be able to style and be creative. Let your mane flow. And we get the wiggles in there. Ah, yes. I was trying to think. I'm not sure if Jay has any other goobs. Because he was working on something for Axial last night. Got engaged to a redhead. Good choice. Redheads do have more fun, so congratulations. May you have many happy years together. Rice water facial cleaning wipes. Interesting. Dante from Devil May Cry is hotter. Hotter than... What do you mean by that? Taking a break right now from Goobs. Yeah, I think he's just got a new batch coming up soon. I see Big Muscle Daddy. I click, well, hello, Speedowagon. Welcome. How do you be tonight? I'm curious, Speedowagon, is that inspired by Jojo? Are you approaching me with some Jojo? Either way, welcome in. I do hope that you enjoy yourself. This is your restful escape from it all. It'll only cost you a memory, but make yourself comfortable. This Big Muscle Daddy is very happy to guide you into your dreams. So, take a deep breath, relax. This is a nice place to be. Gonna go for a little bit longer. I think I might actually can't watch this stream without getting any closer approaches. Oh, really? Can't get any closer, is that so? Smiles big and wide. And hello, Issa Claire. Welcome in, welcome in. Need to be toasty. Man, one of these days, since I know I do have a cooling breath, noting that some of you do I do ASMR? So not formally. I do provide little bits and pieces with the vibe, but that is something I'm looking to start doing. Whether it be sensory ASMR or whether it be getting into some roleplay ASMR. So that's like, I'm looking to either get some scripts or start doing some collabs because I would really like to do roleplay ASMR especially. I just hate writing. That's one thing that I'm happy to compose your dreams. But when it comes down to writing, I'm like, do I have to? I feel like I'm back in Little Dragon School. I hate it. But eventually, possibly, sensory ASMR as well. Oop. Little bat! Bat Zetta, she is so fluffy. She got a full-on ref sheet for her. Oh my. This sweet little girl. Oh, look at those eyes. Oh my god. If anyone's wondering what this is, this one's in the Discord right now. Leona, who is Bats' mama, has just added a whole design. She is such a little guy. She is such a little guy. Bat. She's so cute. She's so sweet. I'm sorry. Taylor, why are you saying I'm sorry? What's this all about? What'd you do? Strap him in a chair and make him right. Oh, God. That is like the weirdest. Now, that's a weird role play. I feel like you could get into... Twitch content guidelines. I feel like that could be a very interesting scenario. Teacher and student. Interesting. Pillow Talk audio. Ah, okay. Because otherwise, I know Michaela Laws, the voice of Frankie in Knights of Guinevere, and many other things. Wonderful voice actress, game developer, Michaela Laws, just Michaela Laws, period. She also has done a bunch of original scripts, and she also just provides commissions. And so, just, paying for the work as it is. I was trying to think, Calypsy, if I had seen your... I think I'd seen you share that emote. As I was checking out your stuff after you had popped into the last stream. Getting a feel for your style. But yes, so I know the one hard thing about sensory ASMR is because by its nature, you want to have a binaural microphone, or at least 2 microphones in an array so that you can be able to go from ear to ear to guide someone listening. And now that is one thing that I would have to get because, I'm just me. I can certainly provide all the sensory triggers, but it doesn't quite get the same effect. Cuteness aggression. 2 jobs on this day off. Oh, really? What kind of jobs? Creative jobs? Also, yes, I just realized that is totally JoJo inspired because that is Robert Speedwagon's hat that he had gotten from Zappelli. I might be a bit of a JoJo nerd. Full disclosure to the surprise of no one. I enjoy my JoJos. I greatly enjoy my JoJos. I try to make sure, don't ever get too much about it. But... Ugh. Just saw something that Magnus Moth had posted. Speaking of ASMR, about someone who was doing really weird ASMR stuff. Also, double the audio, shift from left to right. True. If you have that, I can see where you're suggesting to do that. Vacuum the floor in the apartment, free the kitchen table. Okay. Yeah, I see where you're going with that. Because then I feel like the challenge is having the mixer to be able to do that. So, yeah, definitely ways to go about doing it. Just had a moment where my mind had stopped for a second. So. Yeah, well, and audio-wise, I do, in another life, I do enjoy working with audio to mix it. And, I'm trying to think. I believe do I know of a way I could patch that into... I think I know how I could patch that into OBS, because I use Reaper personally. That usually is my go-to one, where I can go about creating... I've created some edited mixes in the past. So, Eris, what we're talking about right now is, got on the subject, I think you were here when we got on the subject of ASMR. Mihai, pick an animal so I can have a distraction later. Dolphin. I'm going to throw out something different. We're going to go with a sea creature. Going to go with a dolphin. But, yeah, so we were talking a little bit about doing a sensory ASMR kind of audio and how there are some of the different ways we can go about doing that without being live. Or, sorry, what am I trying to say? Some of the different ways to be able to do that without a binaural microphone, just because I don't have that. Yes, I'm thinking dolphin. I know, you draw it out of the fish, man, so all of a sudden I'm going, we've done virtual audio cable which would be another thing that could be done. And with my, so I also will say with my audio setup, could I do that with input audio? I see the vision of how to set it up. And the biggest thing is just having the interface, whether, in this case, probably controlling it digitally, just since my audio interface is such that I don't have an easy way to control input channels. Yeah, just since I do have preamp interface, not a mixer. So could definitely run that into something, probably, God, I have not used, I'm trying to think what is voice meter in a while, which I know could be used for forwarding the audio. Oh. I accidentally muted myself. Whoops! Plague Doctor ASMR. I mean, what? God, the wind is loud. But, oh, y'all really do. Y'all like that one. But, I was thinking about it as, I know voice meter would be one way to do it, but voice meter would also just complicate the setup a little bit more. Yeah, the short answer is, I know there are ways to do it. Even, I'm gonna be real with you. The easiest thing might just be to get a inexpensive-ish Blue Yeti. Just so that gets... Would you still... Oh. Did the worm not go? Why's the worm not going? What happened with the worm? Give me a second. Before I flash my tits on screen, what happened? Why there no worm? No worm? Okay, let's try this again. Fix that up. Success, you can close this window. Interesting. What is happening? You know what? Let me load it. Whoop. Ow! Okay, so for some reason... Did that go? Alright, give me a sec. The worm did indeed evaporate. I'm gonna give you guys your points back. Redeem Q. Volbis das Redeem Q. Where is that? I always forget where the thing is. There we are, question mark? Where's my redeem queue? Where did I put that? Redemption queue, review requests. There we go. Okay. Or did they already complete? Oh, I think I might have those. Oh, there we go. There we go. They're organized weird. Okay. So. There we go. I will give you back worm. And there you go, Blue Rose, because I forgot if I had that back on. There we go. Your points have been returned. Una más. Everyone's being exploded. The worm went to the back rooms. You know, from one liminal space.
Welcome, dreamer.
And hello, Mint Kitty. Wait, Strawberry Mint Kitty? Is this your alts? Either way, hi. Just make sure, Strawberry Mint Kitty, or is this a new Mint Kitty we don't know yet? Let me know. Seeing that username, like, wait a moment. Just enjoying your boba tea? Delicious boba tea. Everyone wants to go out for boba tea. Shakes tits. Boba tea and booba tea.
Not going to lie, the way I said worm sounded like Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. Crank! Pull the lever! Wrong lever!
Oh, sorry, Yzma. Didn't mean to do that one. Anyway, I made my award-winning spinach puffs. What do you think?
Kronk, you imbecile!
Oh, does that mean you'll try them later then?
Not boba tea. All of a sudden,
Why do we even have that lever?
oh, Yzma, what an icon. Eartha, I would say, Eartha Kitt, absolute queen of the voices. Whoa! Hello, Tuxel. Oh my god, making it rain. Speaking of boba tea, in fact, you know what? That gives you the spot in the boba tea. There you go. Spot right in the boobas. Right in between. Little fox in between the cushions.
Welcome, dreamer.
And hello, Mari. Welcome in. How you be tonight? I actually thought I had seen you follow the other day, but anyway, welcome. Never could make me hate Yzma. I mean, she's a great villain. She's so campy, she's so over the top. Emperor's New Groove was a fun movie, so I have nothing negative to say. Forgot to label the levers. And it's just a running joke that became so iconic of it. They can never make me hate Kronk, yes. Kronk being one of the most iconic himbos ever. Watched the cartoon as a kid, yep, Emperor's New School. Ow. Rude. But yes, rest the little fox. Little fox in between the booba. Ah, okay, it's you, Mari. Gotcha. Okay. And Strawberry Man Kitty, yes, that's your alt. Kronk is your himbo princess, right? I'm trying to think when the Emperor's New School was live, because I think that was like part of one Saturday morning for a while, maybe? Something like that. But anyway, doing okay tonight. I was actually trying to see, when is that emote there? Excuse me, Tuxel. Yeet. Ah, we have a little autism creature. I think that's an autism creature. Yes, that is an autism creature. Doink, boing, 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 boing. The only Disney guy you'd have a crush on, despite him not being a Disney princess. Meaning for Kronk? I mean, I think Kronk would make a very good Disney princess. I don't exactly practice my Patrick Warburton all too much, but slapping a collar on me when I'm not listening. Good one. Another one of those broski. He's literally Snow White. Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave? He's got that Disney magic to him. You know what? I'm gonna give you a crack pairing. Kronk and Frankie from Knights of Guinevere. Just the two of them. And the kind of magic that they could bring out in each other. Frankie kind of losing it, being that unhinged version of a Disney adult. And Kronk being like the accidental Disney princess. Well, he just... the big burly Disney princess that he is, making his spinach puffs. Hot take of the night, Kronk is a Disney princess. Man, Disney doesn't let us have anything fun anymore. It's like they don't even acknowledge the princesses. Kronk especially. They're just downplaying it, going, no, we know the girls love him. Some of the boys love him. We've got all of these iconic characters who are all strong and great in their own way. And yet now they're minimizing it because Disney doesn't love its art. They don't love the things that they create. They just, I won't get too dark with them and their love for slop. Goes on a hero journey. Interesting. Yeah, finds himself. Anyway, slap my collar back on. Y'all want to see me in my collar, so I'll be a good boy. Explain why mind you, I'll never play the games to be like, are you really a fan of mine? Are you really someone who wants to be here? Because if I don't see a perfect 30 stream streak, you're not part of my fan base. You totally don't appreciate me. No, I'm not gonna pull bullshit like that. That's gross. Come and go as you need. If life ends up going sideways, it's just, oh my, it's been a while since you were here. When you make it back, you make it back. Can we get a new Prince and Princess love, please? I hope so. Man, Disney's got that problem where they don't understand, yes, we want princes and princesses. Many of us want the happily ever after. I don't want to see Lilo and Stitch re-envisioned where all of a sudden it's like, no.
Ohana means family, except in the real world, in which case your older sister is going off to college and abandoning you.
Fuck off. Seriously, the company where your entire brand is the magic, why are you going to suck that magic out with depression? If I want depression, I will go on ketamine to treat me to get out of that depression. Seriously. Just, bruh, there's enough that causes... Oh my god, I just saw Tukesel providing a little update. I'm very spicy when it comes to opinions on those who kill art, which Disney, as stewards, where their entire brand is just art and creation, and that they have such little regard for what people love of their history. Everything that's inspired generations, they're like, nah, throw it in the trash. It's old. I don't know what to say. I'd like to think that at some point they'll course correct, but also, you know, these are the same corporatist assholes who are trying to... Oh my god, Leona, that is adorable. I need to take that. Oh, sweet little girl, and I think I might know. I have a hunch as to whose head she is just all of a sudden just like latching onto right now. Let's see, Leona Fox, there we go. Trying to make sure to label the artwork in there. Get that loaded up again. Oh my god. I'ma save the in progress. Tukes will drop in some magic. I won't say anything beside this. Titty! Ah, okay, so it is Bats on Me. I was wondering if it might have been her kind of, you know, latched on to someone else. But in this case, it's like, okay, getting a face hug. Just like, whoomp. She a little spooked. So all of a sudden, gives a big hug. Yeah, so, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Michael Rat and that corporation. Hopefully they won't go making any more terrible decisions where, yes, we'll allow the fans, but we'll allow our consumers to create their own content using ChatGPT and Sora. We'll make so much money from it. Fuck off. Love Again. Do I know Love Again? I'm not sure if I know Love Again. I gotta look into that. I don't think I know that one. I'll have to look it up sometime. Love Again. Love Again. What is Love Again? Let us see Love Again. Love Again. Paper doll, by the way, on the screen. Love Again. Movie. 2023 romance comedy by James C. Strauss. Celine Dion. My heart will go on and on. Yes. This is a space where I will advocate love, happiness, and healing. And also curb stomping the concept of AI slop. I won't encourage violence, but the metaphysical concept of AI slop. You know, just so on and so forth. Teehee. And Angel Baby, have a good night. May you have beautiful dreams And as you drift away into the peaceful abyss of your mind palace, may you feel the warmth of your soul rush over your body and just hold you tightly as you drift on down. So, until you return to the Zettaplex, good night. Moments earlier, getting hit with older Disney content, then heart being snapped back to now. Which, at least the nice thing is you can always still enjoy the things that have been created. So, I know I certainly have my favorites film-wise. Someone was even discussing one of the forgotten Disney films that really was very innovative in its the animation work that went into it. The Rescuers Down Under, where it's kind of this forgotten it's kind of this forgotten piece of the Disney Renaissance. Because I want to say it was after The Little Mermaid, which Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast being the iconic ones.
Dreamer.
Lovesick Mai? Max, is that an old account? Or do we have a Lovesick Mai now? Either way, welcome and thank you for the follow. Treasure Planet. Ooh, yes. Treasure Planet is definitely one of the ones that's gotten its appreciation. It's been a very slow burn. Okay, it's you, Lovesick Mai and Lovesick Max. I'm seeing that format and going, wait a minute, you've got the X's in there. But, yeah, Rescuers Down Under. There were such interestingly animated shots in there. Early 3D work with, I forget what's his name, Asshole Poacher, who, what was it? Yeah, I don't remember his name off the top of my head. But they used a lot of very interesting animated elements to make it cinematic and really capture the scope of how massive the world of this movie was. And I remember enjoying it very much when I was a little whelp. But to see just some of the stuff, but how it's a movie that just does not get mentioned nearly as much as the other Renaissance era ones, which is kind of unfortunate. Oh, Oliver and Company. Now that's a guilty pleasure. Being one of the last ones of sort of the Disney dark ages, and there's so many elements that having Billy Joel, I forget what's his name, Dog Broski, but the stylistic choices to make it as New York Dodger, thank you. The stylistic choices to really lean into the New York vibe that, okay, Billy Joel coming from the Lehigh Valley, I want to say Scranton, Pennsylvania is where he was from, but being very closely associated with New York, a lot of people from Jersey loving his work. And so making an artist like him the voice of Dodger, it adds this personal touch to it, that this movie is just celebrating New York as it was in the late 80s. And this entire cast of characters that, what can I say? I just think it's neat! Niece was upset the dogs were mean to the cats at the start of Oliver and Company. I mean, fair. It's getting in that dynamic where they're welcoming him in and be like, okay, yeah, you know, you're kind of cool. We can vibe with you. Sweet, sure, great. Bat. More bats. More bats. What was I going to say about that? She's in a cat phase. What was I going to say about that? I was also thinking my mind was pivoting to Don Bluth, too. Because I was thinking about, that's around the same time where All Dogs Go to Heaven was released. One of his masterpieces. It's interesting, dogs and cats being... Yeah, Love Dodger with the song he sings. Mm-hmm. It just is, it's so New York with the energy. Why should I worry? Why should I worry? Why should I care? Bum-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I got street savoir-faire. And I That's out of key, I think, but you know what? Roll with it. Man, I've not thought about that song in a hot minute. And also, one of those movies that has such a satisfying end for the villains. Disney used to go brutal with Fagin, the loan shark, just getting oofed by colliding with a subway train, which, okay, I think it's a little bit. I think we're far enough past where it's spoiler territory. The movie is literally 40 years old at this point. But, oh my God, I just got James, top manager at Gmail, trying to offer me another deal. Okay, get rid of that spam. Fuck off, scammer. Let's see, move to spam. Offer me 100 to 500 subs to give the partial revenue and then give it back to them. But yeah, so Disney villains really getting that satisfying end where, all right, they're irredeemable. There's nothing to save about them. They're so far gone that, yes, you get the happy ending with them colliding with a subway train. So legit, so real, so not scam. I know this happened way before you had joined, but where I had gotten one of these, and mind you, the things read like a Spamton email. And so all of us seeing this everyone seems to be trying to send me something that it's all like scam opportunities. Every now and then a good one comes in, like when a developer reaches out and goes, hey, so we see you play a lot of rhythm action games and things like that. Check out our new game, which is a lot of fun usually. But in this case, you get an email like, hello, Mihai Zetta. I came across your channel and wanted to reach out about a potential collaboration. Our company helps content creators like you grow their channels and increase their income. Here's how our program works. We provide between 100 and 500 Prime subscribers to your channel completely free of charge and with no obligation on your part. After Twitch processes the payouts for the following month, we split the revenue 50-50. There's no risk involved and no contract to sign. With consistent growth, this strategy could add $1,000 or more to your monthly earnings. Our system is fully secure and operates in full compliance with Twitch's terms of service. If you're interested in learning more, we'd be happy to walk you through the entire process. Yeah, fuck off. Sometimes they just gotta laugh when you get the stupid scammy shit in your spam inbox. And yeah, Blue Rose, that does happen. Like sometimes I've seen some people that go, hey, would you like to show off dog care products? Which, I mean, I'm touched that you think that, no, but I don't. What are you offering beside a oh, you want me to pay for the product? Yeah, no, I don't think this is going to be a good partnership. Yeah, old Disney with some brutal deaths. I was thinking Fagin, Scar, Gaston. Gaston was a satisfying one. Let's see, Ursula had a pretty brutal one. Jafar. Slowly pops in the YouTube side. Hi. Jump in between streams. Max double wielding on the streams right now. Oh my god. The villain. Oh, Zira. So, Lion King 2 is an interesting one. I did not see Lion King 2 until a few years ago. Uh-oh. Ow. Bloop. Made it ink. But, Zira, it's interesting that in the era of Disney direct-to-movie direct-to-films, or direct-to-video sequels, one, Lion King 2 ended up providing some music that ended up going in the musical, which is interesting that it made the cut. But yeah, seeing what they did with Lion King 2, and it's interesting how it's a subculture touchstone. One, a lot of people were motivated by Kovu, if you catch my drift. Like Robin Hood ended up being one of those furry gateways where it's like, he's so sweet and damaged and looks edgy and okay, hi there, hi. Everyone starts drawing fan art and learning lion anatomy. And then you have Zira where, okay, someone was describing how metal her death was, where she is given a chance of redemption. She's like, no, fuck you. Dies. Chooses to plummet to her death because she's so jaded she would not be reintegrated in society. She will not accept help. Oh, man. There's so much cool stuff from the good eras of Disney, back when they didn't pull any punches, and before it just turned into just this corporate something animation factory. Which I hope to see the success of studios like Glitch and seeing the love that's being put into actual animation. That, well, I will say, I think I talked about this. I am sad that there's no way for us to really do a live react to... There's no way for us to do a live react to the last chapter of The Amazing Digital Circus. But at least the way that they are putting it in theaters, it's something that the audience can enjoy, and it's also something that will make beaucoup money to support future animation projects, which is one of the important things, because at one point or another, you can do things for passion, but you do need to be able, you want to pay the artists, you want to pay the actors, you want to pay the music team, you want to pay the producers. In fact, even now, just seeing all of a sudden, advertisement for the Glitch pop-up store in New York. Want to see a magic trick? Speaking of, it should be aired in La France. Did it actually get approved to be shown in France? IDK had to spell Sierra, your friend, just like straight up a psychotic Disney villain of the old Disney villains. Like being a digital lynx, popping everywhere. All of a sudden, just like peekaboo, 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 shows up. Oh my god. Y'all switching over from YouTube to Twitch and then back. So yes, in Amazing Digital Circus, they're trying to expand it to new countries, but the plan is that they're going to show the last episode, which will be a big hour and a half long piece. They're going to show that in theaters, and then 2 weeks later have the YouTube release. So Kinepolis is going to be okay. Showing it in the kinos. Bueno. I'm still looking at the art of Bats, where she's just like, little shiny eyes and just hugs your face.
That's so cute. That's so sweet. All right, guys. Can we move the wings a little bit? Kind of a little. Okay, I can't see. All right, just chillax a little bit.
Oh my god. But I tell you what, I know it is getting to be a little late, so why don't we get ready to call it a night so that you all can get ready to drift away? Because let's see who we have that weekend. Time to suffocate you with adorableness. With Caduceus doing this with Nostra. Oh my god. Which I think might be cool. Although now all of a sudden I'm going, is Caduceus like hugging his face? Or, in Caduceus being a snake, by the way, is Caduceus hugging Nostra's face? Or is Caduceus like all of a sudden giving Nostra a kiss, but then that means, little snake snoot in the mouth. It was like, oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. That's cute. Kind of weird to, kiss like this, but, Let's see, what could we do tonight? We've got a few options. I see. Okay. No, Caduceus, I'm saving this for my wife. Oh no! They even just deny and be like, no smoochies. You can have smoochies on the side. Cheek smoochies. Got a digital lynx and an angel right now. I see. Just trying to see also what are our options for where I can send you all on off to. Oh, or there is. Ah, okay. So we've got a few interesting choices. I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes. Let me know what animal or person calls out to you. I know I always want to keep things a little bit in the dark. Just, don't want to give you too much bias. But set course for where we can have some more fun as you all drift away. And also, I'm going to change up the raid message a little bit. There we are. And hello, Lorelai. Funny, I was actually just about to add in the goob into my message. I know I didn't want to call you out too much, but how are you doing tonight? Hopefully nice. Chill time. Mobile not letting you vote? RIP? Oh no. I mean, we've got a little more time. Interesting that mobile does not let people vote. But set course, because I think I know what you all might be feeling. Mayhaps even a digital plague doctor on my hands. I see. Final votes. Get them in. Something in showcase. We have more creation. Fan art of bats! And a ZZ cat. Oh, that is cute. Okay, I'm gonna have to add those in the mix once we're done. Since I know we are at end of stream, but all right. It looks like you all want to go see a sheep, a leader of the golden flock who might be playing some GTA, doing some roleplay. So, tonight, we will be raiding Envy again. You've set our course. So. I appreciate you all joining tonight. It's been an absolute joy just enjoying this night with you all. And I hope that as you close your eyes and get ready to dive deeper, you feel peace and a sense of warmth and happiness. May all your beautiful memories power your dreams and drive you to a new dawn. So, keep a smile in your heart. Make something beautiful. And get ready for a new adventure, wherever it might take you. And to you too, Lorelai. So, we've got the Discord for anyone who would like to hang out afterward. Got so many wonderful people, so much art, so much creative stuff. And here is our raid message. So make sure to copy that. I think all that is available to y'all who are non-subscribers. So let's get ready to go on a new adventure. Y'all be nice. Y'all be supportive. And just bring a little light into someone else's lives. So, until we meet again, dreamers, good night.